PoppyK, create, craft and make paper jewelry and challenges to break. PoppyK, create, craft and make. PoppyK, subscribe, like, comment and share.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie. I hope you are doing well. Well, today's video is going to be a little bit of a make with me. Now, I've always loved making rosettes, and I do have a die that does them, but I want to show you, if you haven't got a die, you can use them. You can make them without the die. These are a great staple for over Christmas, Halloween, even Easter. They're just, you know, summer fates, anything. They make great bunting, and I just love them. So I just thought, you know, why not? We can just have a little make along. So this one I've already made up already. If you have a look here, I have used different papers. I've got I think this is Kanban, and I think this is graphic 45. This is graphic 45 as well. And then I just I cut out some clock hands. Oh dearie me. Yeah, so I cut out some clock hands. I really need to get my teeth in. So that is what I have done. I'm going to carry on. We will decorate that up a little bit more in a bit, but I just wanted to show you how to create them. So I have got a 6x6 piece of paper, already gone ahead and cut it into 1.5 inch strips. So here we've got 1.5 inch strips. So this was a strip, that was a strip, that was a strip, that was a strip. Okay, so that's all I've done with that. Then you're going to get this is if you haven't got the die. I know Tim Holtz has got an extra long die as well, but I need to give that a clean, don't I? Look at it. So then what I'm going to do is, I don't know which way is easier for you to tell. It might just be on the black. I'm going to butt that right up to the edge, and then move that piece of card, and then move those as well. And then we are going to put in a crease at every 1/4 of an inch all the way up. So 1/4 of an inch all the way up. All right. So just going to keep on doing this to however long your piece of paper is. Now, if you've got an extra long piece of paper, you're using a 12x12 piece of paper, you'd only have to use 1 strip to make your rosette. But because I'm just using up scraps and little bits that are kicking around, this is what I'm using. So you go all the way up to there. Then I'm just going to flip that over, because then that should go to there. So now we have all our score lines that you can see there. Then you're going to fold it. So when I say fold it, you want to create valleys, peaks and valleys. So what I usually tend to do is start by folding away from myself, and then this crease here, you're going to fold towards yourself. You're going to go away from yourself, towards yourself, away from yourself, towards yourself, away from yourself, towards yourself, until you have completed the strip with your score lines. Now, you don't have to use double-sided paper for this either, especially if you're going to be, I mean, these are great for making to put onto presents for Christmas, or if you want to use them as a topper on a card. Absolutely perfect. If you want to use them for home decor, or if you want to use them as bunting or something like that, I would probably recommend that you do use a double-sided. So can you see here now we have got these concertinaed pieces. So then we're going to glue these together. But what I might do actually, because you see we've got a, I don't know if you'd be able to see that, if I glue those together, you're going to see that white line. So I'm just going to grab my black ink. I've tidied up my craft room, put everything away, and now I need everything. So I'm just going to get my black ink and just go along that line there, only because it's just going to make it look obvious, and we don't want. So I'll just do the ends. Okay, then it's not going to look as obvious. If you want to ink the whole thing, oh, as Tim Holt says, you do you. Oh, I'll get that lid in a minute. It's easy. It's easy gettable. Then I'm going to get my glue and I'm going to run that along this strip. And I'm going to add it to the end of this one. And glue those two strips together. Okay, give that a little minute to dry. Depending on how big you want your rosette, I think this might actually be okay because it's 6 by 6. That's a 12-inch strip, so I think this should be okay. So you could probably get 2 lots of rosettes out of one A6 6 by 6 piece of craft stock. All right, and then am I going to be able to? I'll let that dry off a little bit and I'll be able to tell you. I'm sure you can. But here I've got one that I made with the this die I picked up from AliExpress ages and ages ago. I got this die and I got a whole load of dies that like make tassels and things. So this is with Graphic 45. Now, as you can see, I've already glued it as a round, and that is all you're going to do is push it down to create your rosette, but we need to be able to keep it together. So I did have, oh, they're under there. Of course they are. I've cut out a couple of circles. So you can hot glue this. It's probably easier to hot glue this, but my goodness me, it's warm enough already, so I didn't think I would hot glue. I'm just going to use this wet glue and hope for the best. It doesn't matter too much because we are going to be layering that up with some other elements as well. So, and you want to do this on both sides, but I'm just going to do this side first. Allow that to dry a little bit and then I can come in with this. This is where you need like loads of hands. So I'm just going to sit here for a little sec and then hopefully it will glue. If you have a fast tack glue, something like your oh, I can't remember what it's called now, art glitter glue, that's got a nice quick tack to it, or if you've got something heavy that you can put on top of here, but I'm just going to press down for the time being and we'll let that sort of dry off. I'm just going to flip it over. No, not going to happen, is it? I thought it was stuck. Go on, just stick on there, please. Right, I am going to just play a little bit of music and I will be back in a minute. Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. Is that going to stay? Yeah. So there you go. We've got our... Just going to let that go a little bit longer. I will just put my cup of tea onto that, or coffee, just for now. Right, so as you saw then, I did actually just glue this. I'm hoping this is going to work as well, because if it doesn't, I'm going to cry. There we go. And that makes a smaller version. So let's just say, for argument's sake, you've got that. You could then layer your smaller version up and then do another version again. And you've got a really nice rosette there to put on top of a gift or something like that. So that is how you would do it if you didn't have the die. So it's nice and simple. And if you've got a die, an edge die or something like that, you could then, before you concertina it, you would then cut along the edge with either your decorative scissors or something like that. So I'll let that dry off a little bit. So on the other side of this then, let's have a look and see what we can do. I have picked out a few little bits and pieces here. So we've got the same paper as we've got there. So I might just slice down. I'm just going to straighten that up a little bit, because I don't think that is... Is that going to fit in there? No, I'm just going to, we'll go up to there, and then it'll fit. So I don't think that's quite that straight. So I'm just going to take the tiniest little bit, and then, in fact, is that even straight? Now that's straight. So how big is that? 1.5 inches. So actually it's more like 1 3/4 inches, isn't it? Right then. I'm just going to do it up there. Come on. There we go. Lift that up. And now we've got 2 strips. So this is the sort of vibe I'm going for. So something a little bit like that. So we can maybe notch out the bottom. So I'm just going to cut out a little bit of a triangle. That onto then and the same. And then we can stick those onto there. So look like that. Then I was thinking we could do the same and make a little bit thinner with the... No, there was one with clocks on. Obviously I've used that for something else, haven't I? Oh well, never mind. Never mind, dear, never mind. So I shall just straighten this up. And then we'll go, I think I want to do, just want very thin strips, and then we'll go half of that again. I'm just eyeballing it, we don't have to have it exact. And there we've got another couple of strips that you can put fact, I might just glue these down the centre. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And glue these down the centre. If you want to, again, if you want to ink them up, then you can. So I hope everyone is doing okay. We've had some wonderful weather over the last couple of days. Just as soon as the kids go back. Which does make me laugh, because you see all the parents, they're all a little bit peeved, I think is the word, that you know, but the son's got to have a holiday too, you know. Oh dear. Yeah, so we're doing something quite interesting tomorrow. I don't know whether to film it. I might actually film it. I mean, I know I'm filming it for my other channel, but I think I will film it for this channel as well. We are going to a vintage, like, country show in Leominster, and they do lawnmower racing. I mean, come on. Lawnmower racing. Absolutely amazing. Right, and I'm really looking forward to it, so I cannot wait. Now I think I might, because I'm going to use this lace at the top as well. I think I might glue a bit of this lace on. Should I? What do we think? Actually, no, I'm just going to keep these as is. Right, so we're just going to glue these on. Now I need to make sure that's the right way. And I'm just going to glue one end and stick that onto there. We'll do the same again and glue that on to there. Oh, I love that. I think that looks wonderful. And then we can use our lace up here just to, I might put a couple of eyelets. I'm going to put a couple of eyelets in. What do we think? A couple of eyelets. Possibly. I shall just get my machine. I'm just going to put in a couple of holes. What do I want to do? I'm just going to do one at the top, I think. Right, we'll put that right in. Is that at the centre? I have to do it this way so I can see. That's the centre one. I'm just going to put a little hole in the top. Actually, I need to keep that. Get a eyelet. I nearly put that on that ink pad then. Must pick the lid up for that. And pop your eyelet in. Then change that. And that sits on top of there. And that's our eyelet set. So all I need to do then is just cut a little bit of this. And then, I'm sorry if you hear stuff outside, I have to have the windows open because it is stuffy. Like that. And then you can tie that around whatever you need to. I love that. So that's that one. Let's see if this one's dry now. So So this one is dry. Now then, I want to do a little bit of a Halloweeny, witchy type thing on here. I've picked out a few bits and pieces already. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago I was telling you about the stuff that I got from work? That's what I've cut these out of, and these pumpkins are from AliExpress as well. So I just wanted to have a little play about. Now I know I want to stick that onto there, and I'm going to ink these girls up. Do I want to cut out some little witch hats? Or is that going to look weird? I don't know if I've got anything with a witch hat on as a die cut. That's very unfortunate. Or I have a spooky house. So let's have a look. Spooky house doesn't really stand out, does it? It would do on this side though, wouldn't it? What do we think? No, I'm not going to do the spooky house. I will do that though, and we'll do that on the other side, I think. Right, so I'm just going to go and get my ink. We'll just use black ink actually because it's Halloweeny. So this is just that Memento ink. And I'm just going to go around these little miniature printouts. I can't remember what the name of the company is, but I got them from Etsy. If I find the link, I shall pop it below. So I'm going to put that there. I don't think this ink's going to work on here because it's quite shiny. These would be good with alcohol inks actually. I might have a go at doing some stuff with alcohol inks with these. Oh, actually it's not bad. Not bad. And then just going to ink up these girls. You could colour them in. These are printed off from the Graphics Fairy. So there we go. Right, I'm going to stick that down first. Then we've got the girls. And then we've got the pumpkin. What do we think to that? Oh, and there we go, there was that. I want to do like a 31 in there. Do I have a I've got small numbers somewhere. Right here. Little stamp. Here we go. 31. Now I haven't got my... I'm going to improvise and use this. Get them the right way around, eh? And then perfect. I mean, they're a little far apart, but never mind. Right, so let's get these stuck down. These have they're just hold so much versatility. Honestly, you could use these on cards to decorate if you were doing a Halloween tree, as I say, Easter. Put them on bags, as in like little party bags, presents, gifts. You could use these as as banners or something like that. So they're really, really versatile, or even just home decor. You know, if you don't want to have flowers, you could have these instead. And I think that would be really cool. So we'll just stick these girlies down. I don't know whether this is going to stick with this. I might have to use my other glue, but for now it will do. is it? I may have to use my other glue. I'm going to put that on top of there. And there we go. There is a couple of ideas for rosettes. I've got these rosettes here. I might actually see if we could decorate this one. I might do the haunted house on that one. How would that look? See, that looks really cool. I might do that. Right, so I'm gonna just put the discs on and I shall be back. So here are 3 of the rosettes, one without a die to make the rosette. Obviously this is just cut out, but obviously that was a die. That is the actual die that I used. And then this one with the girls on, love it. And then this one as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Just something to create a little bit of Halloween magic. Again, you could do these for Christmas as well, or Easter, or any time of year. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!